Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What If Wrestling, right? We're going to recap Monday Night Raw and the fallout from the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. We saw Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, open the show up and reassert his dominance, right? Not only over WWE, but over the Vision as well. Hey, here's the matches, right? Match results from this past Monday Night Raw. We saw Dominik Mysterio defeat Penta, right, to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Dirty Dom retained after interference from Rusev, right, who helped him tip the scale, or was a selfish motive by Rusev, right? We saw one of the best finishes there is. Dominik Mysterio is one of the best heels that ever have been, right? Dominic hides a hammer in his boot, right? Hits the 619, then a frog splash for the win over Penta. Then we saw Bayley and Lyra Valkyria take on Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. This match was heated and not without any drama. At one point, Lyra slapped Bayley, and it just triggered something in Bayley and allowed Bayley to go off, and Bayley picked up the win. She snapped after the slaps, right? And they defeated Judgment Day. Then we saw Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane have a great match. Rhea Ripley picked up the victory. However, after the bell, the Kabuki Warriors launched an attack on Rhea Ripley and left her vulnerable in the ring, right? In front of her home crowd. She was beat down. And then we saw Bronson Reed take on Big Jim, right? Jimmy Uso. Reed scores the win over Jimmy Uso handily, right? Then we saw the main event of the evening. CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight for the #1 contendership, who will face Seth Rollins. And CM Punk emerged victorious, hitting the GTS over Jey Uso and to claim the #1 contendership spot for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then we saw Vision come out. And guess what? This is the biggest storyline, the biggest angle, the biggest writing thing that has been in the post-match chaos. We saw Bron Breakker turn on Seth Rollins, giving him a beat down and a brutal assault and a brutal attack. We saw Bronson Reed had to make a choice and make a decision. Do he go with Bron Breakker or Seth Rollins? And he aligns with Bron Breakker. Paul Heyman, momentarily torn. Momentarily torn. Don't know which way he wanted to go, but he ultimately sided with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed as well. The show closes with Bron Breakker standing over Seth Rollins, holding the World Heavyweight Championship as Rollins defeated. Hey, where does this go for Seth Rollins? Is he going to be by himself? Now with CM Punk being the #1 contender for Seth Rollins #1 for his championship, is Seth Rollins vulnerable, right? Is he vulnerable? Yes, he is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, stay here for What If Wrestling for more wrestling update and news. Hey, we'll talk to you later. Peace.